Level 1. You wake before sunrise. You check your phone. Schedules, alerts, paydays, bills. A calendar full of commitments that weren't all yours. You sip coffee and you imagine something different. A life with time that feels like yours. A life with money that feels like security. And suddenly you're at a crossroads. Wealth or freedom? Not a trivia question. A slow, relentless weighing. You feel the tension in your chest. You breathe. You begin to ask the quiet questions. What does each word actually mean to you? Level 2. Wealth looks like certainty. It's an address you don't have to worry about. A car that starts in winter. A partner who sleeps easier because the bills are paid. Time can be bought, sometimes. Tutors for the kids. Faster service. A lifestyle that signals success. Wealth is options in the language of dollars. It's predictability. It's power to change your surroundings. You can plan, schedule, and protect. But notice your trade-off. More money often demands more hours. More status often demands more attention. There are meetings at 7 a.m. There are shoes to polish. There is a desk that anchors you. Level 3. Freedom looks different. It's empty hours that taste like possibility. Late mornings, unscheduled afternoons, an ability to walk away from a job. Creative projects that don't earn, at least for a while. Geography untethered by commute times. Freedom is time sovereignty. It's permission to fail and try again. But freedom brings its own weather. Uncertainty. Thin months. The hum of bills that don't care about your ideals. No pension to catch you. No guarantee that the risky choice will land softly. Freedom asks for bravery, and for boundaries you don't yet have. Level 4. So you weigh the ledger. A larger paycheck now. Less time later. More time now. Less money later. Not a clean swap. The shapes of your life alter. Social expectations pull. Family needs call. You may want both. You may want a big house and a year off in Bali. The problem is the clock and the contract. Most wealthy paths demand consistent output. Most free paths demand savings, support, or luck. You ask, how much risk can I tolerate? How much predictability do I need to sleep? How will this choice ripple into relationships? You're not making a decision in a vacuum. You're making a decision inside a life. Level 5. Look around for maps. Some people trade time for money in a classic exchange. Stable job, clear ladder, steady raises. Others build systems to buy time. Passive income, businesses, investments. A few pursue extreme freedom, early digital nomads, artists, early retirees. None of these are pure. A corporate ladder can give you wealth, not freedom. A startup can give you freedom, not wealth. A side hustle becomes a middle path. You study people not to imitate them, but to learn the architecture of choices. What did they sacrifice? What did they protect? What did they regret? You listen quietly for patterns. Level 6. Create a decision framework. Start with values. Name what matters. Family, security, creative work, health, adventure. Rank them honestly, then measure constraints. How much money do you need to feel safe? How much time do you need to feel alive? Set minimums and stretch goals. A safety floor for money. A discretionary pool for freedom. Design experiments. 3-month trials. Side projects with clear stop rules. Freelance for a season before quitting. Build an emergency fund before you leap. Treat choices like hypotheses. You are allowed to change your mind. That's part of the design. Level 7. Practical moves that let you have a foot in both worlds. Control fixed costs. Smaller rent, smaller obligations. Negotiate your schedule. 4-day weeks, remote days, condensed shifts. Automate savings. Pay yourself first to build a cushion. Monetize a passion slowly. Freelance evenings. Teach a class. Create an asset that can survive without you. Sell digital products. License your work. Downshift intentionally. Trade a raise for fewer hours sometimes. Use sabbaticals as experiments. Ask your employer for job crafting. Build human capital and social capital. Both matter in the long run. Level 8. Ask the hard questions out loud. Who relies on your income? Who relies on your presence? What would you regret in 10 years? Regret is a better compass than envy. Would you regret missing a child's recital more than a new car? Would you regret never trying your own business more than losing a few weekends? Answer honestly, then plan with humility. Level 9. Remember, extremes are tempting in theory, but life lives in the seams. You can choose seasons. A decade of hustle, then a decade of ease. You can build slowly and buy small freedoms early. You can prioritize security now and trade for freedom later. You can prioritize freedom now and build wealth later. None of these paths are morally superior. They are personal. Your context matters. Level 10. Prepare for friction. People will question your choices. You will question them too. Fear will show up as logic. Compare will feel like failure. Keep testing. Keep the minimal safety net in place. Let curiosity lead. Small wins compound. A month of fewer meetings feels like heaven. A year of disciplined saving buys options. A side project that earns enough to ease anxiety changes behavior. Level 11. Make peace with uncertainty. You can't predict everything, but you can build margins. Margins buy calm. Calm buys clarity. Clarity helps you decide again. Decisions aren't forever unless you make them so. Level 12. The final choice is intimate. It's not asset allocation. It's identity allocation. Who do you want to be at 50? At 70? What stories do you want to tell at the end of your life? Are you the person who worked to make a family safe? Are you the person who chased a calling? Are you both at different times? Design your life like a film with acts. Act 1, build. Act 2, experiment. Act 3, refine. You get to write the transitions. Level 13. Here's a simple exercise. Write your non-negotiables. 3 things you cannot give up. Write 3 you can compromise on. Give yourself a 1-2 month experiment. Track money and mood. If money drops below the safety floor, pause the experiment. If mood plummets and relationships fray, recalibrate. Treat this as a pilot program. Treat yourself like the protagonist of a story you care about. Level 14. A closing image. Picture a table at dusk. You, a lamp, a cup of tea. You have a ledger open. One column reads wealth. One column reads freedom. You don't have to erase either. You can shade both. You can tilt the scales seasonally. You can be strategic. You can be kind to yourself. Final lines. This is not a one-off decision. It's a practice. Decide with gentleness. Test with courage. Choose with humility. In the quiet between heartbeats, ask yourself this. Would you rather die wealthy with regrets, or a little poorer with stories you couldn't sell? Neither is inherently better. Only you can answer honestly. So breathe. Look at your life. Make the call you can live with. Then build the steps to live it. The road bends. You will change your mind. That's allowed. Start where you are. Take one small, decisive step. That step is freedom. That step is wealth. It's both, depending on how you walk it.